Good morning. It is Wednesday, the 2nd of July. It's flying by now. It's just coming up to midday. So, yeah, I've had two private jobs this morning. I've just dropped the other one. I've just nipped back home, and then I thought, well, I'm pretty much free now till about 4 or 5 o'clock. So I thought I'll come out and do a little bit of Ubering whilst I'm here, basically, and there was nothing else going on. So yeah, that's about it. I can't see much happening, to be honest. I can't see it being very busy, but you know, try and stay positive, and I'll go out. I was questioning whether to come out or not. My hay fever's killing me. My eyes are sore. I thought I'd crack on with it. Another thing, I logged onto the Uber app. Obviously, I knew my taxi insurance was going to be due. I thought it was like the end of July, beginning of August. So anyway, it comes up and it says your insurance is due on the 31st. So I was like, all right, it's something I need to look into. But it says you can do it through the Uber app. It's almost like a go compare kind of little thing. So I thought, this has just got a load of my arse written all over it. But I thought I'll have a little look, because what I liked is it said it'll extract all of your information from the Uber app and the documents that they already hold. So I thought, well, great, it saves me having to manually input all the stuff. So I've done it. It does it to a degree. You still have to put in your address and certain bits and bobs. But the majority of it does port across, to be fair. So last year when I first got my insurance policy, it cost me, and I paid it off monthly as well. And the reason being, at the time I'd just gone out and bought, you know, my car. Obviously had this plated. I'd spent about 30 grand, something like that, on all the different bits and bobs, you know, the medicals and whatnot. So when I was looking around for my insurance, and I looked everywhere, not just the list that Uber accept, I looked everywhere, and it was coming out at about 4.5 grand. And I thought, well, I don't know if that's a combination of, because it was like a newer kind of vehicle, it was an EV, it's a people carrier, and then on top of that, I was brand new to the industry. I didn't have any no years taxi claim bonus, basically. So even though I've been driving for like nearly 25 years now, well, not 25, 23 or something, you know, got like full no claims, which is, you know, like 20 years plus or something. Obviously you can't use any of that for your taxiing, so I had to put 0, so I knew that was going against me as well. And obviously I knew in that 4.5 it was a little bit higher, because obviously I was paying it off monthly for the interest. So in reality it was probably like 4.2 or something for my insurance. Now the only other people I know who were getting quotes that high were people who had Teslas, because they were getting quoted ridiculous prices. But anyway, I thought, I'm this far down the rabbit hole now, I'm just gonna have to pay it. So anyway, I paid that. Like I said, it was about 4.5 grand. It was coming out at like, I think it's like £400 a month or slightly more, or can't bother doing the maths, but it's expensive. So anyway, I went through the app and you type all your details in, and then only 2 providers come up at the end. I think the cheapest one was this, is it AXA or something? Don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. £1,500. So it's which then works out, if you pay it off monthly, about £150 a month. So I thought, wow, I said, like, my insurance has come down like £300 a month because I've been driving for 1 year. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So yeah, I was just curious if other people have experienced that. You know, because I remember at the time last year, looking at other like forums and whatnot, there was other people who'd been in the industry for years, and they were saying, oh yeah, my insurance has gone up, it's nearly doubled this year. So I don't know if that was just like a last year thing and the industry was hit, and obviously it was the same for a lot of drivers, or is it just like the standard, like I'm being treated like I'm, you know, 16, 17, I've just passed my driving test, and basically they're just having a laugh. I don't know if that was the scenario. So yeah, so anyway, it just, obviously it helps, because it's obviously it's a massive chunk, isn't it? It's like £300 a month saving, and you're thinking, like, you're going out, you're going to be doing the same job, same hours, but now you've got an extra £300 a month for the sake of absolutely nothing. It's ridiculous. Honestly, I hate insurance companies. I had the same the other day with Sky. I know, going slightly off subject here, but I signed up to Sky probably like, I don't know, 8-9 years ago. Probably one of the few people I know that still has Sky, because every single person in the world has got one of them moody boxes. But anyway, I've stuck with Sky. It comes up saying, you know, you're a VIP platinum customer, we love you and all this. And yeah, so when I first signed up, it was like 100 quid. And I've got like every package other than the sports, because I don't watch sports, you know, the kids multi-room, the gigafast internet and everything. And it was like 100, and then over like the past probably 2 years, it's gone up from like 100, 110, 120, 130. And then I kind of lost track of it. And then an amount came out to my account, it was a couple of weeks ago, £170. And I was like, what, for Sky? So I phoned him up and I was like, what's all this about? He's like, yeah, it's £170. I said, if you think I'm paying £170 a month to watch telly, I said, you're having a laugh. I said, I'll go and buy one of them Moody boxes. I said, that's going to cost me like £20 a month. And he's like, oh, well, I wouldn't recommend doing that because it's illegal. I said, you charging me £170 a month for fucking illegal? I said, you're having a laugh. So I said, you're going to have to reduce this. I said, or just cancel it. So honestly, he goes on the keyboard, he goes, right, I can bring that down to £120. I haven't done anything. I hadn't removed any packages. I just phoned up and said, you're taking the piss. And straight away he's dropped it from 170 to 120. So I was like, well, how can I get that down a bit further? I said, the multi-room box, I don't use that. Then that brought it down to like 110. And then I said, well, I've got gigafast, how about I drop that from, you know, gigafast down to like 500 gig or something. And he was like, oh, that only reduces it by £1. I was like, how, you know, gigafast is like £40-50 a month, so how can you reduce that, bring it down? Anyway, so I got it down to like £110 from 170 from one quick little phone call. It just goes to show, like, if you don't keep on top of it, you don't watch it, they just take the piss. And it's not just insurance companies, that's another example. Sky do exactly the same. So yeah, another little thing was obviously I'm with Octopus. They've brought out this new thing now. It's like a new kind of tariff for EVs. It says you can pay £30 a month, and basically it's kind of a lie the way they're selling it. It says charge your EV car whenever you want. So straight away you're thinking, oh, that's great, because I can come home during the day instead of paying 25p a kilowatt. It's free because it's £30 a month. Well, it doesn't quite work like that. So basically how it works is you pay your £30 a month, and then it says as long as you've gone on the app between 4 AM and 11 AM and said, you know, my car's plugged in, then throughout that day, whenever the electricity is at its cheapest, they will then charge your car up a little bit. So I've tried that method in the past and it was crap. So basically at the moment I just plug my car in when I get home. At 11:30 at night it just clicks on and it'll stay on until 5:30 or until it's fully charged, because it's 7p a kilowatt. Now what it used to be was you plug your car in and the app connects to your car and to Octopus, and basically it'll come on from like 6pm till 7pm because it's cheap. It then goes off. It then comes back on at like 10pm until 11:30. It then goes off. It then comes on at like 2 o'clock in the morning until 3, and it does that because you've said I need my car to be full by like 5 AM or something. So yeah, it's kind of like missold. It's maybe okay if you're just kind of like pottering around and you don't use your car, but because I'm using mine all the time, I need to know when it's going to be charged. So if I come home after an airport job, say 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm going back out at 3 or something, if I just plug it in, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to charge my car up by 3 o'clock, because it might only put 1 hour of cheap electricity in, which might be like 1 till 2. So yeah, it might benefit some people, but I don't think it's going to benefit me, to be honest. But yeah, just thought I'd let people know that option is there, £30 a month. Basically, and you can plug your car in whenever you want, to a degree. So yeah, enough waffling, I'll get started and I'll update you in a bit. So, little update. It's been kind of ticking over. I dare say busy, but it's been ticking over. Yeah, so it's just turned 3 o'clock, so it's been 3 hours. My first job was round the corner. It was like a Burscough to Burscough, little £5.24. It was a 3-minute job going just over half a mile. I then had a Skelmersdale back into Ormskirk, £10.27. That was a 13-minute job going 5.4 miles. So that was half that. I then took a Ormskirk to Liverpool Airport, £25.13. It was a 38-minute job going 23 miles. So it was a bit crap, but it was kind of like, I knew it was kind of during the day, and I was thinking like, you know, you can pot around, keep doing these little £5 jobs during the quiet hours or take something. So I done that hoping I was going to get there for pretty much, where are we? I thought I'd started at 1:30, but I hadn't. Sorry, yeah, so I took that, that was pretty much bang on. Well, that was 1:05, yeah, so in that first hour I only done £15.50. I then took that airport job, that was at 1:05. I dropped them off, obviously in the car, in the drop-off point. I thought I might have got like a little bit of a rematch or something, but I didn't. I was about to pull out of the car park because obviously you only get, I think it's 15 minutes or something for £6. And then a job then popped up, and it was at the airport going to Heighton for like £12 or something. And I thought, well, it's not a rematch. And I thought on my way in, just round the corner, that's where all like the Ubers and everything all park up. Must have been like 40 or 50 of them parked up, and I'm thinking, why have they given me the job and they haven't given all them lot the job who had all sat there in the airport queue waiting for jobs? So I accepted that job, done a U-turn in the car park, sat there for like 2 minutes, and then the customers come over and got in. So I got the £6 off Uber for dropping that other passenger off, and then I got another £6 off Uber for, because they obviously thought I'd already left the car park and I'd gone back in, which I hadn't. So basically got £6 for nothing on that one. So yeah, so I done them 2 jobs. Then that took me past that hour, to be honest. Where was we? Took that at like 10 to 2. It was like a 25-minute job, so it took me to about 2:15 that job. So in that hour and 15, it was about 37, 38. I then had a job which was Prescott into St Helens. £8.60, that was an 11-minute job going 7 miles. I then got into St Helens, and my god, honestly, don't ever go to St Helens, it's so crap. So I was trying to get out of St Helens, took this first little job, it was £8.31, 7-minute job, going just over 2 miles. And then I got another job which was supposed to be taking me towards, where was it taking me? Oh, it was supposed to be taking me to Widnes. It's like a £12 job, and it's straight down the bypass, so I thought that's not too bad, it's like a 10-minute job. Sat there for Poo Tang or something, which sounds like a bit of a made-up name, and didn't even bother coming out of the building. So I cancelled that, got £3.75, and then I went into St Helens, and my confirmation rating was about 42%. I've come out of St Helens and it's down to 33. So yeah, some of the jobs that were coming up, I've taken some screenshots. Where was we? One was like an XL job, wants me to go further in towards Liverpool, going to Allerton Road. So it was like a 35 to 40 minute job, XL, it was offering £6.46. Was then offered another job, £3.82. It was like a 25-minute job, exclusive to me. So obviously didn't do that one. Most of the ones I thought I took more than that. No. And yeah, so the jobs just kept coming through like that. It was just, they were all like little, between like, I'd say 3 and like 3.15, 4.50 jobs, £4.50 jobs. But it was saying it was going to take like half an hour plus to do the jobs. One of them I think was like £3.80. It was like a 25 minute job, and it was a multi-drop as well. I was just like, it's ridiculous. So basically I logged off, and I've just jumped on the bypass to start heading back towards like Ormskirk. Thought I'd pull over and do a bit of an update. Hay fever is absolutely killing me. So yeah, it was crap, honestly. In St Helens, just avoid it, because all the jobs are just like little, like I said, £3 to £4 jobs, and every driver there, I've never seen so many of them Viso drivers, are they? It was like every other car was one. It was crazy. I didn't see any Ubers, just Viso. So yeah, I'm currently on £69.06. So yeah, over the 3 hours is £23 and 2p. So it's more than I thought it was going to be honest. But you know, I have kind of bounced around all over the place. I've kind of avoided, well, not avoided, but I haven't really been sent in and around Ormskirk or Southport too much, which is like my normal stomping ground, as it were. But yeah, I've just been kind of just milling about. I've got about a third of a tank left, so probably going to start slowly heading home, to be honest. 'Cause by the time I got home, it probably wouldn't be off 4 o'clock, and that's when the little one gets back from school. So yeah, I'd rather go back and see him. What else was there? Oh, the first job of the day was a cash job. Let me just go back to it. I keep forgetting, to be honest, that the cash jobs, I don't see the little thing. So when I picked this lad up, I'm dropping him off only around the corner, and at the train station. So I pull up, swipe across. For me, it was like, well, it says here £5.24, and when I swiped across, it said collect £12.90 something. I thought, can't be £12 because it was literally like just round the corner. You know, it was just over half a mile. So then you can click on it, gives you like a bit more of a breakdown. So it said this fare was like £4.40 something. So the customer had been charged obviously £4 odd, but I was being paid £5.24. It then said previous account balance was like £9 something. So he obviously hadn't paid for the previous job as well. So I had to be like an Uber debt collector, as it were. So I said to him, yeah, I read out the breakdown to him basically, and said, this is for this job and you owe money from the previous job. And he was like, oh, have I clicked on Uber Cash? He said, I didn't realise. He said, do you accept card? I said, no. I said, like, it's cash or nothing basically. And he was like, can I either stop then? Can you take me to a cash point? I said, the thing is, if I take you to a cash point, yeah, you're going to get charged more because you've had another stop. I said, but I haven't got change or anything. And he was like, oh, right. He said, when the apps come up, he said, I've just clicked the top one because that was the cheapest. So I don't know, because normally when you go on, it does bring up the cheapest, which is the X at the top, but it doesn't say Uber Cash. You need to go to payment method and then select. So I don't know if he's left it on cash from a previous day or whatever, but it sounds like to me he's a bit of a repeat offender because he hasn't paid for the last one, he hasn't paid for this one. So basically I just said, look, I said, I can swipe on it to say you haven't paid. I said, but next time when you get another Uber, you're going to have to pay for that one, plus you owe another £12 something. I said, so it's probably going to cost you about 20 quid for your next Uber. So he was like, yeah, just do that then. So I've had to swipe across to say that he didn't pay, and that was it. So I still got paid for it. That was pretty much about it, to be honest. There isn't really any sort of big major stories, nothing's really happened. But yeah, I'd say the earnings that I've got were more than what I expected for the dead hours of a weekday. So yeah, I might come out again tomorrow and do like a bit of a longer shift and see if it's any better than today, because I'll be doing the same again on Friday, to be honest. So yeah, I'll carry on anyway, and I'll see if it offers me any better jobs kind of going back this way rather than them little crappy ones in St Helens. So I'll give you a final update in a bit. So just a little quick update. Yeah, I decided to come home. I hung around for about 20 minutes or so. The jobs that were coming up again they wanted me to go all the way back to St Helens, little £5 jobs here and there, and I just honestly couldn't be faffed. So yeah, I just called it a day there. So yeah, all the figures are as they were in the previous update. So I'll catch you tomorrow, and hopefully I'll come out and do a longer shift because I haven't got any bookings for tomorrow as of yet. So yeah, if you're getting over £20 an hour consistently in the dead hours, it's not too bad, you know, for Uber, I suppose. But yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. So I'll